Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to discuss the tips and techniques for paper 2. Oh, by the way, I shaved my beard. Yeah, if someone likes it, just leave a comment. I will appreciate it. Okay, let's do it. Let's start. Okay, how to write paper 2. If you know, last video was mentioned about how to write paper 1, the tips, techniques, and guidelines for this one. Today we're going to speak about how to write paper 2. Okay, for the first one, we can say that for the paper 2, we have introduction, like a format and time. This is three crucial terms. For the first one, introduction, we have big text for the paper 2, and we have choice between two big questions, two sections, A and B. You have to answer only one question, or section A or section B. For the format, there is a two markers, 4 marker and 50 mark question essay. We will discuss it a little bit later about how to write 2 markers, 4 markers, and 50 mark question essay. For the time, you will have 1.5 hour or 105 minutes. Okay, key steps in answering. For the first one, you have to read the text carefully. Try to find essential information and spend about 5 minutes on text. So, by the way, we will have a text where you have to read it carefully and find the relevant information. The second thing, organize. Be fast. You have to leave about 40 or 50 minutes on 15 marker question. Use text to answer all questions, especially 15 marker, and try to analyze. You have to start with easy question and then spend more time on more complicated. So think about, okay, I have to leave 40 or 50 minutes on 50 marker question. Just I will make everything quicker with 2 marker and 4 marker question. 2 markers, just like a basic thing, is a theory. You have to give definitions, or you have to calculate something, or just kind of other function goals and etc. For the first one, give definitions. 2-3 sentences will be enough. There is an example for the May 2023 list of functions of International Monetary Fund. Define the term remittance, indicating balls in the text. Using information from Table 1, Table 2, calculate the wealth of Mexico's gross domestic product. Or for the May 2022 list of Sustainable Development Goals, define the term tariffs indicated in balls in the text. Or using information from Table 3, calculate. So, by the way, you just need to think like deeper or quite, I don't know, easier, because 2 markets, it's pretty easy. You have to give definitions, you have to give calculations on something else. It will be short question. For the 4 markers, you have to give diagram and explanation for the diagram. There is an examples for different question for the 4 marker question. In any question, we see the similarity of using the exchange rate diagram, explain how. Using a demand and supply diagram, explain how. 4 marker you will get if you use the correct graph with all labels and explain it correctly, answering the question. And the last thing is 15 marker question. Here we can see that you have to give a long answer. Is it for paper 1 the same? First thing, you have to think about the technique of 15 marker question. D, D, triple E. Definitions, diagrams, explanation, and examples and evaluation. This is the most important thing. Use typical technique to answer 15-mark question as for paper 1. The second thing, you have to use text. In paper 1, you just use your knowledge and try to give like a pros and cons and etc. But in paper 2, in the introduction with definitions, you have to give a small just a description of the text. So what kind of citation do you have in the text? And then you're trying to evaluate, you're trying to give your best knowledge and use it for the 15 mark question. And the third thing, it's evaluation. In evaluation, you have to think always for the paper 2 about the short and long-term impacts, about the stakeholders, consumers, firms, government, and limitations. For the 15 marker, as for paper 1 and as for paper 2, but be more precise, as for paper 1, you can check my latest video for the paper 1. Just the common mistakes you always face with misinterpreting commands, answering different questions rather than a blank. Just you don't understand what kind of question should you answer. Theory overload, a lot of theory into marker for marker questions. Just think about 3-4 sentences, that's enough. And inaccurate diagrams. In short, diagrams are precise and relevant. Think about the labels, always labels. And the final tips for success: time practice, try to simulate exam conditions for better preparation, try to make a mock exam for paper 2, and just make like something like 1.5 hours for yourself, try to check yourself, review past papers, of course, familiarize with question styles and expectations, and precise terminology and diagrams. Use economic terms and graphs accurately and relevantly. Okay, thank you guys. I hope you will subscribe and like this video. The next video will be everything about the paper 3. Okay, bye bye.